Hello everybody. Hope everybody's doing well, considering what's been happening and that you're staying healthy and strong and spirits up. And I'm glad that we can at least be able to share with you the practice, even if it's remotely and we're not seeing each other. I've missed you, missed the classes, looking forward to seeing you soon. And so I wanted to just share one class with you. You can practice at your house in your own time as often as you want to. And maybe in this way you can begin to find your own practice at home, building your own home practice, but also continuing to move and finding refuge in your practice in these challenging times. And so let's all come to sit. If you can sit on your heels, sit on your heels. You can sit on a blanket. I'm sitting on a blanket. You can also fold it. You can even put it in between your knees, excuse me. Or if the problem or the discomfort is with your feet, you can always bring the blanket under your ankles so that you have a little more space for your legs. And if still your knees are not very comfortable, you can have a blanket or a cushion in between the thigh and the lower leg. If none of this works, you can always sit cross-legged. You can take a cushion, you can sit on your cushion. Higher foundation will help with your hips and your spine if the hips might feel a little restricted. And before we get going, let me just make sure that I've pressed record. And I have, luckily, I wouldn't want to start the class without having pressed record. So I'm going to use my blanket. I'm going to put it in between my legs. My feet are to the side. I'm sitting in what's called Virasana, but you can always have your feet closer to each other, sitting on your heels if this position feels too much, but you could also elevate your sit with a block. And so close your eyes and take a few moments to settle into your seat, to settle to foundation. Begin to feel your sit bones heavy, pressing into the earth. Surrendering to gravity. From there, the spine rises up tall. The chin drops ever so slightly, lengthening from the base of your head up. The ribs draw in towards your midline. Finding that alignment, that vertical alignment, head above the heart, head and heart above the pelvis. And shift the attention to your breath. Take notice first of your breathing at this moment in time. See how the breath feels, the qualities of your breath. Where does the breath primarily flow to? Do you breathe to the top of your chest, the middle or the bottom? Do you feel the breath flowing freely, or is there any tension in the body, in the breath? Just taking notice without changing anything. Just become aware of your breathing right now. Now begin to regulate your breath, as in breathing calmly and slowly, making the inhalation even and equal to the exhalation. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. The face softens completely. Breathing in into the bottom of your rib cage, feeling the side ribs expand. And out. Breathing in and breathing out. Rhythmically, but still calmly. Just to focus the mind a little more, we're going to count our breaths. We're going to take 12 focused breaths, and you're counting also in your own minds silently every single breath. Let's inhale together and exhale. 1. Inhale. 1. Exhale. 2. Inhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Inhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Inhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Inhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Inhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Inhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Inhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Inhale. 9. X. 10. Inhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Inhale. 11. X. 12. Inhale. 12. And breathe out. Open your eyes. Let the arms come to the side of your body. Arms are straight. Shoulders are relaxed down. And we're going to bring the shoulder blades forward and then elevate them up to the ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and push them down. Whilst you're doing the circle, you try to maintain the torso in a neutral position without movement. Try to isolate the movement only into your shoulder blade region, activating the muscles, engaging the muscles surrounding the shoulder blade region, and reverse. Squeeze back, lift up, forward, and down. Squeeze back, lift up, forward, and down. One more time. Squeeze back, up, forward, and Breathe in, let the arms sweep up. Exhale, turn the palms and push down with resistance, as if the air is dense, as if you're pushing through water. Exhaling down, synchronizing the movement with your breathing. Inhale up. Exhale, let the arms come forward, level with your shoulders, keeping your shoulders down. Breathing in, as if you're pulling a bow, turn to your left. Exhale, forward. Breathing to your right. Exhale. You're revolving around your spinal axis. It's your chest rotating. The head is following. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, turn. Extend the arm to the side. Lift it up. And exhaling forward. Breathing in, turn. Extend the arm. Let it come up. And exhaling down. Inhaling, open, extend the arm, reach it up and forward. One more time. Let it extend, bring it up and down, lowering the arm, interlacing your fingers. Inhale, arms up, push your palms to the ceiling, lift the chest and look up. Exhale, chin in and push your chest back. Inhaling, arms up again, push up. Exhale, arms forward, chin in, chest back. Inhale, the back of the hands comes to the chest, open the chest. And exhale, push forward again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right arm lowered, side bending. Inhale, turn your head, look to the fingertips. And exhale, look down. Inhale, returning back to your midline. Reach the arms up. Exhale, side bending to the left. Inhale, turning, looking to the fingers. Exhale, looking down. Inhale, return to center, reaching all the way up. And exhale, spiral down towards your right knee. Let the spine flex. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, continuing to turn, looking over the back shoulder. Inhale, center, reach the arms up. Exhale, spiraling down towards your left. Inhale, tall. Exhale, turning, looking over the back shoulder. Inhaling to center. And exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, roll forward. You can take a few moments to let your legs, bring the circulation back to your legs, Open your fingers. Your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Push the floor away and lift the shoulders up to your ears and then push them down as far away as possible. Shoulder blades and shoulders up to the ears. Now push them down, keep them down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then push the floor away. Let the shoulder blades come to the side of the body. Squeeze them back. And let them then hug the side of your body. One more time, you squeeze and then you push the floor away without changing anything in your spine. Your spine is staying in neutral. Extend your right leg, pointed toes, and begin to smoosh your foot, making slow circles, but you're pressing your foot into the floor. You're pushing your toes. You're pushing the top of the foot, your coup de pied. Do it a few times on one side and then change. Trying to keep your neck long without letting it drop, and change. Other leg. Start with your circles. Keep pressing the floor away with your hands. And reverse the movement. Your shoulder blades are still hugging the side of your body, as if they're coming to the side, hugging your trunk. And bring the knee back. into its initial quadruple position. Now straighten your right hand and begin to do the same thing you did with the foot with your hand. Now the entire body is responding into that circle. The arm is straight, doesn't bend. You're in control of your weight, so you're not dumping any weight that your hand is not able to handle, excuse me. So you're just moving the joint, moving around the wrist joint. And hand to the floor. Other side, extend the arm a little bit to make more space, and then roll it. Now pay attention what's happening also to your right side. Are you completely letting your weight collapse into your shoulder, or are you able to maintain that elevation away from your shoulder joint, away from the floor? Reverse the movement if you haven't. And returning back into a quadruple position. Now you might need to adjust your position a little bit, shifting the weight back. But first you test, we're going to only lift the heel of the palm, so your knuckles will stay on the floor. You're not supposed to come up, no, you stay knuckled on the floor, and then you push down. Lift up and down, lifting up and down. So if you feel that having your shoulders over your wrist is too much, you might not have the strength, you go back a little bit, so you deload your wrist, you have less weight, so that it's easier or more appropriate, let's say, more suitable for your wrist. Everyone has different strength, so we always want to do what would be more beneficial for our body, taking into consideration our capacity. And down. Come and sit back on your heels for a moment. Fingers coming down towards the underside of your forearm. And then if you wish, you can bring the top of your hands to the floor. You're gently pushing, your elbow is staying straight, and your fingers are still squeezing in towards the underside of the forearm. And release. Moving your fingers a little bit. You can shake them out as well if you want to. And we're going to resume our quadruple position. This time your hands are under your shoulders. Pelvis is in neutral, shoulders level with your pelvis. Begin to pull the hands back. It is as if you want to squeeze your hand back, but it's glued on the floor. It's not possible. You're having that action. You feel it in the upper arm, you feel it in your abdomen. Engaging, engaging, engaging. Tuck your toes under. And as you continue to pull the hands towards your knees, let your pelvis pull backwards. You're still pulling. And then come forward. You're still pulling your hands to your knees. Come forward, 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 forward. Push your fingertips now to the floor. Push and release. Return to neutral. Take an extra breath in. Pull the hands towards your knees and push your hips back. Toes are pushing into the floor. Your hands continue to pull back. You still feel the action, triceps, abdomen, and bring your body forward. Push your fingertips and go back. Come to the midline, release for a moment. Take a breath in and pull the hands to the knees. Go back. Push your toes into the floor. Keep pulling, 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 and come forward. Fingertips pushing into the floor. And make a circle clockwise. Try to make it as big as your body allows for. Both going into the hips and into your wrists. Reverse the movement. You try not to tilt your pelvis at all, so you can access your maximum hip flexion. Then you're coming back to center. Toes together, open your knees a little, sit back on your heels. Reach the arms forward and lift your fingers up. Relax your head and keep pushing the heels of your palms forward, sending your sit bones back towards the back of your mat. And inhale, come up, come forward, and stop to the point where you can still hold your fingers up and keep the elbows straight. And push your fingertips down to the floor. And go back again. Lift your fingers up, push the heels of the palms forward. Relax your head. Neck is completely relaxed. And coming forward. Pause. Fingers stay up. And push them down. And come back to center. Knees parallel. Bring the top of your hand to the floor. Now, the elbows stay straight, so you might not be able to touch your wrist, and this is absolutely fine. And you should be able to lift your hands off the floor. So I don't want you that you have your entire weight on your wrist. No. The weight is back. You're in control. Fingers open. And bend your elbows to the side, bringing your chest towards your hands. Straighten the arms. Squeeze your hands into fists and then come up on your knuckles. Peel your knuckles to the floor. Open your fingers. Bend the elbows. Come up. Squeeze the hands and come up. On your fists, on your knuckles. Peel your hands into fists. Open your fingers. Bend. Come up. Squeeze. And on your knuckles, last time. Peel the knuckles. Open the fingers. Push down, up, squeeze the hands into fists, knuckles, hand on the floor, go back, knees parallel. You're in child's pose, but a little higher with your chest, the neck is long, and come up, pass from an angry cat. Push your hips forward first, your chest is still an angry cat. Begin to pull the hands towards your hips. Lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, head down. Let the spine begin to flex from the top to the bottom, pass to your angry cat. And then exhale, neutralize the spine and the pelvis and come to child's. Take a calm breath in and exhale. Pass from your angry cat. Hips push forward, upward facing dog. You have the option to lift the knees off the floor. Exhale, head down, going back. And once again, exhaling, inhaling into your upward dog. Hands pull back. Exhale, head down, angry cat. Going to your child's, a breath in child's pose. And begin to exhale, chin in, shoulder blades up. Push your hips forward. Now pull the hands back to lift the sternum forward and up and down. Go back to child's pose. Open your knees in. You can have them fairly open, even more than your mat. Push the floor forward and lower it down. Your sit bones are still pushing back. Breathing calmly. Maintaining your awareness, your attention to your breathing. And inhale with the chest. Exhale, walk your hands to the right side and try to stay to the inside of your leg. The arms are in a little V, so try not to have them too open and try to maintain your shoulders parallel to the floor. So you don't want to bend in one side more than the other. And inhale left. Walk your hands, come back to center and continue to walk to your left. You stay to the inside of your thigh and you release down. The hands and the arms are active. They're pressing the earth forward. And lift the chest, return to center. Walk your hands back. Bring your knees together and come into half plank. In your half plank, shoulders above the wrist or maybe slightly forward. You pull the hands back. Find that action again without letting your pelvis lift. Lift the pelvis up. Exhale. Go halfway first and then push, come up. Pull the hands towards your hips. Lower the chest and up. Last time we're going to go all the way down. All the way, all the way, all the way. Chest to the floor. Bring your hands slightly behind your chest if they are not. Push the pelvis to the floor. Lengthen your lower back and lift the chest. Lift the elbows up and push the hands to the floor. Elbows lift up, hands to the floor. Elbows up, hold them up. Push your hands back and then bring them to the side of the body. Back and to the side. Back and to the side. Hands on the floor. Chin in, inhale, upward dog. Pull the hands, lift the sternum, look up. Exhale, head down. Bottom up to your downward dog. Bend your knees in your downward dog. Let the pelvis wiggle from one side to the other. Center, straighten the legs. Lift the chest, neck relaxed. And lift your heels up. Let them turn to the right side. Bring them to the floor. Lift the heels up and they go to the left. Inhale up. Exhaling right. Inhale up. Exhaling left. Inhale up to the right. Inhale up to the left and inhale up. Bring your heels down to the floor. Look to your hands and breathe in. Step forward. Lengthen the spine, lift the heart. Exhale, release the head. Inhale, rise up. The head is the last thing to lift, palms together. Exhale to your neutral standing position. Your feet are open, hip width apart. Connect to your foundation. Push the big toe cushion, little toe cushion in the middle of your heel. Legs are engaging. Your spine is growing tall. And inhale, let the arms sweep up. Exhale, bring them behind you and push them away. As if you're pushing into walls. Drop the arms. Inhale, up. Exhale, chin in. Push your chest back. Your pelvis back as well. The spine is rounded. Inhale, up. Exhale, rotate towards your right side. Pushing the hands away as if you're pushing into two walls. Drop the right arm. Inhale, up. Exhaling to the other side. Drop the arm, breathe in. Exhale, the knees bend. We fold forward. Bring your ribs towards your thighs. Your knees still bend. Relax your head. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. And exhale, bend the knees as if you want to come into a dip squat. You go as far as your body allows. Inhale, arms up. And exhaling, hands push down. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend the knees. Now hinge from your pelvis, go forward. Stay here, lift your heels up and down. Up and down. Up, keep them up. See if you can sweep the arms forward. Let them come back again. Heels stay up and your bottom lowers down towards your heels. Lift up with your heels and now try to go tall and exhale, going down. From the top, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, push the walls apart. Drop the arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chin in, chest back, the hands push forward. Inhale up again. Exhaling, going towards your right. Drop the arm, inhale. Exhaling to your left. Drop the arm. And exhale. Fold. Relax your head. Inhale, lengthen. Lift the sternum. Exhale, bend the knees, going down into your squats. And then inhale, come up. And exhaling down. Breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge. Feel that your fingers are pulling backwards and the top of your head is pulling forward. Lift the heels up and down. Open your toes well. Up and down. Up and down. Up and hold your heels up. Begin to drop the pelvis. This time let the arms come up. Push the toes to the floor. All the way up. And exhaling down with the arms. Bringing your feet together, you come to the front of your mat. Going into a Sam Salute. Regulating breath and your weight even between the three corners of each foot. Big toe cushion, low toe cushion, middle of your heel, being mindful not to hyperextend your knees, just having that staying shy away from hyperextending, walking your knees. Inhale, arms up. Look to your thumb. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Exhale, step back into a high plank. If you want, you can have your knees to the floor, lower down. Inhale into your upward dog. Pull the floor back. Exhale, head down, bottom up to downward facing dog. Regulate the breath. We'll stay 5 breaths in downward dog. And lift your heels up. Begin to bend your knees. You're coming into a quadruple position, but your knees are still hovering off the floor. The hands pull back towards your knees. Your armpits go back towards your hips. And knees come down to the floor. Big toes together. Open your knees and sit on your heels. The pelvis moves and the spine follows, the torso follows. Hands are pressing into the floor. Reach the right arm forward and go into external rotation with your arm. Let it lift up. It comes to the side of your ear. Keep your ribs drawn in. Now begin to roll the arm into your shoulder socket. Continuing to roll the arm, bringing your little finger to the floor. Lift the arm up, find the maximum, and then roll the arm. It comes up to the side of the ear and diagonally forward. Lift it up. Your left hand in the meantime is pushing firmly into the floor. Your ribs are drawn in. Your abdomen are active to maintain the position of your trunk. So the only thing that is moving in space is your arm, and the entire movement happens in the shoulder girdle. If somebody is only watching your torso and your right arm is hidden from you, they cannot tell that you're moving at all. This is what should be the image if somebody is seeing you, that you're staying completely still. Although you're moving an arm, bring your hand to the floor, push the floor away once again, or go to the other side, externally rotating your left arm, lift it up. Now when you roll the arm, be careful not to open your chest at all to the side, not to lean to the side, not to rotate. And arm goes up, find the maximum shoulder extension, roll the arm, and then it comes diagonally forward. Lift it up, Let it roll into the shoulder. Bring it down. Inhale up, find the maximum. Roll it. And down. One more time. Don't forget to keep pushing your right hand into the floor. All of that action transfers to the rest of the body to maintain stability so that you can mobilize the arm into the shoulder and down, hand to the floor. Now we're going to turn towards the side, to the right side, as if you're pulling your bow, similarly to what we did at the beginning. Extend the arm, bend the elbow, turn forward. Now bending your left arm, you pass the right arm through. Inhale, return to center, and again, pull your bow, reach out to the seat. Exhale, pass the arm through. Inhale, if you don't have enough space to pass the arm through, you can bring your left hand a little further forward from your knee. Pass the arm through. Inhale, open, holding it here for 5 breaths. Your left hand is pushing, your right arm is reaching up. Shoulders down, chest nice and open, and all the movement comes from the thoracic spine. Focusing your gaze to your fingertips. And exhale, turn back to center. Arm comes forward. You're going to position your forearm first on the floor. You're going to extend the left arm, fingertips, cupcake fingertips on the floor. And then feel that as if there's a force, a rope that is pulling your right arm, and you're turning, looking under the left armpit. But you don't need to force your shoulder or your head to be on the floor. I prefer that you stay higher and that you can maintain the active engagement, but being mindful not to force your body to go too deep, keeping your neck without any tension. And returning back to center, right hand on the floor. Beautiful. Reach the right arm up. Same side. You're going to pull your left hand towards you as we have been doing from the first of the class. Bend the elbow, lower down. Now push your left hand into the floor and then come up. Pull the hand towards you, then lower down. You're trying to reach as far forward as possible. Push the hand to the floor, coming up. One more time, pull the hand towards you, then bend the elbow, and you're continuing to pull. Now push it into the floor, coming up. Let the arm roll behind you, bring it behind you, and relax the elbow for a moment. And now push the elbow up, push the hand to the ceiling, extend the arm, and let it come forward. We go to the other side. We're pulling our bow, inhale, exhale, we thread the needle, we pass the arm through. Breathing in, turn to the side, pull the bow, breathing out, pass the arm through. Once again, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, we stay with the arm extended to the ceiling. Keep the chest open, broaden the collarbones. Push the floor away with your right hand. Feel that the energy is expanding from one side to the other, from one hand to the other. And bend the elbow, pass the arm through. Position the forearm first on the floor, fingertips on the floor, and then you spiral. Look under the armpit. Keep pulling that arm to the side, maintaining the length. If you're low enough that your head touches the floor, let it touch. But the objective is not to be with your head or shoulder on the ground. And returning back to center. Adjusting your hands. And lift left arm up. Pull the right hand back. Bend the elbow, reach forward. Now push the hand to the floor and come on up. Pull the hand towards you. Bend the elbow. Push into the floor. Come on up. Last time, pull the hand towards you. Go forward. Push the hand into the floor. Come on up. And let the arm roll behind you. Relax the elbow down towards the floor so your arm is going into that internal rotation. Now push it up, hand up to the ceiling, extend, let it roll, and bring it down. Bring your chin to your sternum. Let the chin roll towards your right armpit, then lift it up, and continuing to move in a smooth manner. Chin to armpit, ear to the shoulder, chin lifts up, revolve the head without hinging into your neck. Chin to armpit, pass in front of the collarbone, continuing to move. Every time you pass from the circle, try to expand it. But if any point feels painful or restricted, try not to force into it. Now reverse the movement, go to the other side. Revolve the head. Moving slowly with intention. Being deliberate with our actions. And maintaining the attention to breath. Come back to center. Hands forward. Bring your knees to parallel and then go to your downward facing dog. Been sitting on the knees for a little while. You can walk your feet on the spot if you want to. And then take downward dog. Relax completely the head. Keep lifting the sternum towards the front of your mat. Feel as if there's a force that is pulling your hips back and another one that is lengthening the trunk forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, look to your hands. Inhale, bend the knees, rock back, and then step forward. Lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Exhale, fold, release your neck. Inhale, rise up. Exhale into your neutral standing position. Breathing in, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back. Shoulders over your wrists, pulling the hands towards the toes. Lower down with control. Adjust your hands if you want to. Now lift your legs up. Keep pressing your pelvis into the floor. Push the hands into the floor. Lift your chest up a little. Shoulders down. Lift your elbows up. Keep them up. And hands push to the floor. Let your feet come down to the floor. Inhale, upward dog. Pull the hands back. Lift the sternum. Look up. Exhale, head down. Bottom up. Regulate your breath again. Now this time, lift your right leg up. Bend the knee, squeeze the heel to the buttock. Now imagine that you have a little ball between your knee, the back of your knee, and you want to crush it. Without moving the pelvis at all, bring the knee to the chest, open the knee out, make a circle. And you continue to move in this circular way. Once again, same principle, without moving any other body part. You try to maintain the stability. Knee to the chest, and then you reverse the movement. Take it back up to your hip extension, rotate into the hip, bring it forward to flexion, and continue to move. slowly and deliberately. Extend the leg back up and then bring it down. Lift your heels up. Bring the knees to the floor. We're going to take a little break before we go to the other side. Toes are pressing into the earth. Think that you want to open your mat apart. You want to stretch them out and cross the arms. Shoulders stay down. Chin to the sternum. Let your spine peel vertebrae by vertebrae, finding your full flexion and revolve towards your left. Side bend. Push the chest into the arms. Revolve towards your right. Side bending, pass from the midline. And continue to go towards your right. Push the chest into the arms. Revolving. One more time in this direction. And change. Going toward your right. Lift the heart. Revolve. Pass from the midline. Continue. Every time you pass from the circle, expand it. Try to access a little more range. Come to center. Upright. Resume your downward facing dog. Now, if it was too much for your arms or for your shoulders, for whatever reason what we just did, you have the option to work from the quadruple position. Same principle applies. So take your option, lift your left leg up, bend the knee, squeeze the heel to the buttock, crush that ball, imaginary ball that you have between your knee to the chest. Open the leg out to the side, circle it. Bring it back to the chest, keep squeezing heel to buttock. One more time. And reverse. Lift up, let it rotate, bring it in. Up, rotate, knee to the chest. Last time. Extend the leg up and bring it down to the floor. Take a breath in, look to your hands. Exhale, lift your heels. Inhale, bend the knees, rock back, and you can hop or step, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhaling, arms to the side of your body. Taking a calm breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, sit low. Let the arms reach out into a V, looking still to the floor. This time, lift your right heel and squeeze it to the buttock. Extend your leg back, push your heel away. Now open right hip, bring the foot down to the floor, and come into warrior two. Now if it happened that you're facing away from the screen, you can turn to face forward, still having your left foot forward in your warrior two. Now adjust your hips, squeeze the feet towards each other, and then see if you have a little more space. Reach forward. Going into Parsvakonasana, you can have forearm on your thigh or the hand on the floor, the other arm reaches up. Turn and look towards your hand. Reach the ceiling, shoulder down. Internally rotate the arm, bring it behind you. You can go towards the inside of your thigh, or you can have the hand behind your pelvis, pushing the elbow back. Choose your option. The outside of your back foot is pressing into the earth. The arch is lifted. And exhale, look down. Extend your left leg, going into triangle. Now in your triangle, I don't want you to push down. I want you to pull up. At the same time, I want you to think left foot pulling back. Same thing we were doing with the hand pulling back. You do it with your leg, and then your ribs lengthen away, looking up. And exhale, turn, look down, bend the knee, come up. We're going to turn forward on the toes, bend the front knee more, reach the arms forward. Now roll through your toes, lift your leg up, bring the knee to the knee feet together. Sit upright, exhaling the arms down. Interlace your fingers. Push the hands down to the floor without hyperextending. Maintain a little bend in your elbows. Push down to the floor, lift your chest, keeping your neck long. And back to center. Release. Take a calm breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, sit low. And I will go to the other side of my mat so that I can still face the camera. Reach the arms up. Lift your left heel, squeeze the heel to the buttock. Let your leg go back, push the heel away. Then open your left hip, landing on your back foot. Make that adjustment with your hips. You're a little higher, so the knee's not too bent right now. Squeeze the feet towards each other, and then lower. Reaching the arms out. You're looking to the extension of your right hand. And reach forward. Take your parshva. It can be forearm to your thigh, hand on the floor, or on a block. If you're bringing hand on the floor, it's on the outside. Your leg is pushing into the arm is pushing into the leg. That is if the hand is on the floor or on the block. Internally rotate your left arm, bring it behind you. It either stays on your pelvis, the elbow pushes back, or you take the inside of your thigh. The outside edge of your back foot is pressing into the floor. Exhale, turn to look down. Coming into triangle, the energy goes up. You're pulling up on your leg. Your foot is pulling backwards to straighten. The ribs lengthen away, and you turn. And exhale, look down. Bend. Return. Warrior two. Forward. Toes on the floor, bend forward. Reach the arms forward. Transition forward, let your leg lift up. Bring the knee to the knee, sit low. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, the arms come down, interlace your fingers. Feet are pushing into the floor, engaging gently your buttocks. Push the knuckles down to the floor. Lift the chest. And inhale, center. Exhale, release. We're going to come down to the floor to some seated positions. Regulate your breath. And inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Lift the sternum. Exhale, step back. Lower down with control, knees on the floor as an option. Inhale into your upward dog. Exhale, head down, bottom up to your downward facing dog. On your inhalation, and so we've come to the seated positions. Well, actually, we're going to go straight down to lying down. So bring your feet to the floor. You're sitting tall, but you begin to roll from your pelvis. You try to scoop it under. You're rolling, you're posteriorly tilting. Letting the pubic bone come higher, 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 and then you're on the floor. Bring your feet closer to your buttocks. Press the feet into the earth. And then you're going to lift your hips up, and the arms are going to reach behind you. And to come down, try to articulate the spine vertebrae by vertebrae as the pelvis and the arms lower down at the same time. Push the hips up and lower down. Push the hips up and lower down. Inhale, lift the hips up. And exhaling down. Seems that I'm sliding on my mat. Once again, lift your hips up, the arms up. This time, only lower your arms. And as if your pelvis and your trunk is like a rump. The hips are the highest point, coming all the way down towards your ribs. You try to maintain the proximity of your hips and your ribs. You can open the arms to the side. And lower the pelvis down, bit by bit. Bring your knees to the chest, hug your knees. Squeeze the legs in, chin in, and at the same time you're pushing into your legs. And release down. Knees together, open the arms to the side, and push your chin towards the sternum so you're lengthening the back of your neck. The arms are pressing down into the floor. Ribs are drawn in, and you go from one side to the other. One side to the other. And come to center. Cross your left leg over your right. And reach and take your right leg. You bring it in towards you. It's okay if your pelvis tilts a little bit, but at the same time, you think of sending your tailbone down to the floor. So first you find that pulling in sensation, even if your pelvis tilts, and then from there, you try to lengthen. And release. Open the arms to the side. Let the knees drop to the side, towards your right side. Relaxing them completely. And return to center. Change. Cross your right leg over your left. Reach and take your left shin, pull it towards you, and at the same time, let the tailbone lengthen towards the floor. And release. Open the arms to the side. Let the knees go towards your left. And return to center. Bring your feet down to the floor. Open them a little wider than your yoga mat. The knees are still bent, and let the knees drop from one side to the other. Let them drop to the left and to the right. To the left and to the right. Let them drop to the left and pause on your left side. and come to center. Adjust your pelvis, adjust your feet, your shoulder blades if necessary, and then the legs drop to the right side. And return to center. Adjust your pelvis and extend your legs forward. Let the arms come to the side of your body and close your eyes. You're going to take a few moments of relaxation. Begin to feel your body heavy. Surrendering into the earth, pressing against gravity. Your eyelids are softly touching and your lips are gently pressing. The jaw begins to hang. The face is soft and relaxed. Your entire body is relaxed. Let the body go. Let the mind go. Now in your own mind, you can repeat silently, affirming silently 3 times. I allow myself to fully relax. I allow myself to fully relax. I allow myself to fully relax. My body is completely relaxed. My mind is calm. Now turn the awareness back to your breath. As you inhale, feeling the back, ribs pressing into the floor, feel that expansiveness of your rib cage as you inhale. And exhale, the ribs contract. Breathing in, they expand. And exhale, they return back to their resting place. You're feeling the entire back body coming into contact with the earth. Begin to bring a little movement back to your body, through your toes, through your fingers. Move your toes, move your fingers. You can move hands into the wrist joints, the feet the same. And taking a breath in, reach the arms above and behind your head. extending from toes to fingertips. And exhale, the knees come to the chest, hug your knees. And rock from side to side. Turning to the right side of your body. And slowly pressing to come up to your seated position. Taking a breath in, the arms reach up. And exhaling. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Have a lovely day.